All right. Welcome to all the beings out here, particularly to all my cosmic beings. I want to welcome you all welcoming every person, place, or thing in existence to my airway. All right. I'm going to be reading out of a book titled Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. All right. Take a little mental note, and particularly you want to observe the symbolisms, all the symbols in there, right? As much as you can so far. Some of you got the sharp eye, you can see real fast. But that's enough. That's enough. You want to see more? Go and get you the book, or put an image up on your pipe or your laptop so you can study it. This is what existence is about: studying, studying, a continuous studying. A continuum and studying. Right? All right. Let's get into this. I'm going to weigh in back on some idea that I was just talking about in the earlier stream, which was about building self. That's why what happened, I got cut. And I'm going to pick back up on that idea because I titled this. One of them is knowledge. Maybe they may be both titled knowledge. I'm not sure. So much going on right now. I'm not really keeping up. I'm just keeping it moving. Only thing is important is that I'm developing myself to the greatest heights possible. And even after I see myself to a great degree in my state of existence, another thing that I'm in position to be doing next is becoming even greater at that moment. It don't stop. And one of the things, like I mentioned before, if I'm not building myself, then somebody else is going to do it for me and will. And I don't want nobody to build me. I don't want nobody to tell me who and what I am. I don't need nobody to tell me or give me a nationality. In fact, some cultures they don't even name the child when it comes out. They wait till the child tell them what their name is. Did you see you don't know these things? Because you traveling too much to these other areas and having fun instead of traveling them there to be observant and learn. So I'm going to give you the empowerment, the tools, just a small segment of it. It's just going to be a little drip of the ocean of just the 1 degree of what I'm going to bring. All right. And this because you don't need too much. I don't want you ODing. Okay. And sometimes too much said can be too powerful and don't bring about the great and right work. So oftentimes you can perform a certain task in less time if particularly you apply appropriate ethics and etiquettes, mathematics and science to the equation. In other words, you might heard it said you don't need to kill a fly with a hatchet. You see, you're gonna be taking all day. So let me give you a little bit of ideas of how we're gonna build up thyself into becoming the greatest beings ever existing. All right. If anything that social media the world to know of the great Nate Nathaniel, all right, aka Nathaniel. Possibly I was Shakespeare, I'm not sure. if I was if I wasn't the Shakespeare they was talking about, there was many was like me, put it like that. But yeah, I'm bringing the tools that is, and one of the things that you could rest assured is that my content is going to be that of empowering information. This is strictly and solely what it's about. I may throw other little contents up for his videos and somebody else's ideas in lecturing or making a statement. And only then is that just for something to grow on. My concept in the state of existing in is being in the idea that I am to dissect you, digest you, and then manifest that what you are in best way that I can deal with you. You see? That's how it's supposed to go. This is how it's working. So let us go on and realize that the brain monitors your chemical state. All right? The brain monitors the chemical state. And the moment you feel angry, it's going to think more corresponding thoughts equal to how you feel. See? It fires and wires similar circuits in the same way over and over again. And if you turn on enough of these circuits, you keep producing that same level of energy, which the humans call mind. I want you to keep in mind, see, that mind is energy. That's all it is. Okay, Lady Shea Bud, I see you back. Yeah. Okay, so I got cut off. Computer freezes is on me. So that's what happened with that. Let me type something in the chat real quick for a minute. I wanted to acknowledge Lady Shea, but a dreamy queen. That's right. You back. You back on set. It's all good too. My computer my computer freezes. Of course I know I have to get a better computer at some time, and I will. And that's when I'm gonna be able to do my collages and screen sharing. So I'm not quite ready to get all into that yet. That's not important. I find suffice in way of giving information, giving knowledge the way that I do. It, I don't have to spend a lot of money and be all sophisticated and helping somebody else out and how to be a great being. See, in fact, the more we learn about what it takes to be a great being, we're going to realize that it's not the physical or anything in it at all that's going to make me happy or compliant. And in turn, you're going to turn around and have it all. Realize that it's all yours. Oh man, do you see? Do you see the power of his thought process that some of these beings have out here? As long as Michael Jordan got all that money, I'm not going to be broke. Because if he was the only person on the planet and I needed assistance, I guarantee you I'm going to be fine. I don't care who it is. I just got to figure out how I can maneuver and serve your way into that state of existence. That's all. But because the world's so vast, you need not find your way into Oprah Winfrey's pockets. Why be concerned about her money? Oh, she's just that $1 million woman a year. So what? You more than that. How much does the Earth weigh? Is allegedly 6 sextillion tons, right? Well, what if I told you you was richer than that? They're going to laugh at me. Of course they are. Because they don't understand. That's all. So either you laugh with them. What the fuck? Did I say that? Oh, what the fuck? I'm tripping. Or you laugh at them. But you don't let them know that you're laughing at them. Because then they start feeling some kind of other ways. So, looking at the idea how this brain operation is going on in the physical. Remember, the brain is the physical. The mind is intangible. So, in a sense, we're talking about that of the macro and the micro. Check. Now, somebody might ask, well, hold up, wait a minute. Before you move on, can I just ask you a question? Sure. How does the macro connect and have its affair with the macro? I mean, the micro, or does it? And it's a very good question. And not most can answer that. Real talk. Go and ask your pastor. How does, and put it on layman human terms. Excuse me, Father. You know, the person, that word you're not supposed to call nobody on earth but the one in heaven. Yeah. Got look pretty much like me today. Got the black on and a little white there, except for the chain to the cat. Yeah, that dude, Father, in the Catholic churches. How does the spirit connect with the physical? Now, be careful, because that got me expelled. Insubordination. I guess it was a intelligent question. You see, they monitor the minds of the beings out here when you're in the schooling system, and you only get graded according to not that what you think that should be right. So let us be clear. My brain has got to be made up of carbon and copper if I'm to be electric. Let's do some research. Now I'm gonna just ask the question like this. Is the human body electric? So yes, we have electricity in our bodies, it says. What electricity? Who electricity? Eisenhower? Einstein? Philadelphia Electric Company? Who's empowering me? You know them cats keep coming around knocking on your door? Talking about how you doing? I'm with that thing, pick up a more new electric. We'd like to know if you bam, man, get your ass out of here. Be like, damn. I just wanted to see if they wanted to switch over from the major electric service and get a better deal. And nobody want to switch because you comfortable with being powered by something greater than yourself. That electric is me. That's the mind that they're talking about. And the way that I communicate and have my fear in the physical form is by way of dealing with and through the brain via what they call pineal gland. So it is that needed of carbon and copper, in which the brain has to be made up of. Check. Check. All right. All right, so let's read on here. I'm going to welcome every being in the state of existence. All right, to the airwave here, and particularly you cosmic beings out there in existence. All right, so in reading on, the brain, it fires and wires similar circuits in the same way over and over again. And if you turn on enough of those circuits, you keep producing that same level of mind. This reaffirms your identity with the same image in your forebrain. And then the limbic brain creates more of the same neural peptides, which then signal the same hormones from your third energy center. And you start to feel even more angry and even frustrated. So, what is this energy centers? We talk about the chakra, right? You talk about the 7 chakras. And that energy centers where we are experiencing these feelings, influences, and thoughts. See? I'm going to get a diagram. I'm thinking about where do I have a colorful diagram of the chakras in front of me. That's why I need to upgrade my system so I can do a screen share. I don't, because I'm not sure, so I don't want to quote, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it's yellow. Allow me to grab a book for a minute. All right, so what did I just go and do? I just went and grabbed me a book real quick. I should have a diagram in here of an individual. Oh yeah. My particular crystal right here. This is the moonstone. No, I'm sorry. No, this is jade. No. Yeah. I forget which one this is. I know how I can find out because I bought this for a particular person. But that's not what I'm looking for anyway. Let's see. It was a diagram of a picture of a body with the chakras in here. Yeah, I'm gonna share some information in here with y'all too, because in here it speaks of a lot of healing aspects of with the waters, the crystals, the hand, right? Right. How to signify and identify the lines on your hands. Because your hands, the lines on your hands, it changes, people. It changes in regards as to the energy that you're pulsating and functioning in and with. It's like it's like the roadmap, you know. Your face and your hands can actually tell you or anybody who is of consciousness of exactly what a person been through in life and who they are, right? But you only do that with people who you could confide and trust in. You don't just do that with anybody or on social media. All right, I don't recommend that. And like, keep your birthday to yourself. You don't even gotta tell everybody what day you was born or when. Some people is becoming more powerful in these days, and power means knowledge. So people be getting more knowledge and information, right? So this is why you see information restriction going on, because naturally some people don't want people. Everybody is powerful. It's me, and I don't blame them people. Like, how Walmart gonna keep getting everybody coming to Walmart? Excuse my expression in y'all. If we don't keep these niggas in power and control, give them that juice. And what do the juice do? The juice is the drugs of America. America's the #1 country is filled with drugs. It's drugs in everything we touch. So that means we stay juiced up. And this juiceness keeps the site, the pineal, calcified from ever. Now I ain't gonna say from ever, but at least until you come and get your next appointment. That's why they set you up with appointments, because that shit don't last long. So you need to come back. Let me look at my chart. Yep. Doctor do like this, right? Because he cracks me up. I be laughing at him because I go to the doctor sometimes so I can get a diagnosis of my internal, see what's going on. But I just be paying attention to a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to need to see you in November. Go ahead up to the front desk. They're going to give you an appointment and all that. Make sure you give all your blood up too on the way out. Like, what the fuck? Get my blood up. That's where you better haul ass out. Don't even stop at the desk, the front desk. She'd be like, oh, well, Mr. Hills, here's your appointment. I'm cool. Dudes just said, it's just a little nerve problem going on. I ain't got kidney or lung cancer. It's just a little nerve damage. I couldn't really tell. So I know what to do from that point on. You see? You start remedying your manners. I don't know, I better do some research. Look at Dr. Sebi first. What Dr. Sebi said about back pain? How do they handle it? Did Dr. Sebi say go and take codeine, Tylenols, Advil? Huh? Tell me, people, what did Dr. Sebi recommend? We ain't gonna get serious out here in this world, y'all. Today's Sunday. Let's just keep it low. We not beating nobody. Listen, man. Everybody don't and can't use Dr. Sebi's mythology. Some people beings need milk. Who you think they was talking about? It does the body good. Dr. Sebi didn't say that. You talking about, yeah, I drink plenty of milk. Why you drink milk? I need the calcium. Did you know I seen a black person, a melanated individual, drink too much milk, and you know what happened? Right. Over calcium, so bubble boils built up on the person. They had to go get it. Operation, what they call operation. So let that be a good idea, but too much of anything, right? It's not good for us. Too much sex. You're gonna be in trouble. Trust me, people. And I know you love it. You say it's good. We need to procreate and keep producing. But keep it to that extent then. You people get overly sensation with it. And that's from watching TV. That's all. You watch these other beings in existence. start coming in after work, ripping off each other clothes, throwing each other all around the room. Because she just came in from Chicago and he was in Atlanta and they ain't seen each other in 2 weeks. Hey. But let's look at these chakras right here. So the center chakra will be our green chakra, right? Keeping on with the reading of the book Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And that center chakra is going to be your heart chakra. All right, so let's keep that in mind as we move on here. Let's move on a little bit. Everybody all right? Wonderful, beautiful. All right, so as it states, well, let's go back so we can get back, reacquaint ourselves with the idea where we are, because we needed to know about them chakras, because where I was reading that, we spoke of the center chakra. And it states that if the brain, right, it fires the thought processes and wires similar circuits in the same way over and over again. And then the limbic brain creates more of the same neural peptides, which then signal the same hormones from your third energy center, which will be the green chakra. And you start to feel even more angry and frustrated, which then influence you to think more of the same corresponding thoughts. The cycle can go on for decades and even lifetimes, incarnations for people. There is no amount of time of incarnation that you have set limited for yourself, nor is there a time in which you can find that you first came into existence. In other words, you have no beginning and you have no ending. You're going to learn to need to see clear on this information. Check. Whether what you're thinking is justified or not. And then the redundancy of that cycle hardwires the brain into a certain pattern. In this case, the pattern of anger, right? And the repeatedly conditions the body emotionally into the past. Now, also, we want to keep in mind, as below, so above. Excuse me for a minute. Allow me to grab another book. Because as it states here in the Emerald Tablets, right, of thought. What did he say? Hear ye, O individual cosmos. I'm gonna paraphrase. I changed this. I studied this book, so I got my own. It's a personal reference, right? Oh, I hope I ain't lose my page. I'm gonna have to find my darn page. It's all right. It's a personal relationship. So when I'm reading your material, and likewise when if I got books, well, it don't matter. I was going to write books, but it's obsolete now today. I'm tired of books, really. But if I was to write a book or any information, it's not for you to regurgitate it. It's for you to take it and see how it best suits or fit you, that could push you into where and what you want to become. That's all each other is for. This is friendship. I don't need you around me if you're going to bring me down or not allow me to be all that I want to be. And I don't need you acting like me and want to be like me. No, we talking about let's meet up, go out and have a drink tonight, but I come out and you got the same kind of hat on and sneakers and jacket. Damn, man. No, dog, don't do that. You know you ain't gonna get a phone call from me. I'm not your idol. That's woman stuff anyway. Women do that. I know this in this world. Couples been together for so long, they look alike and dress alike, even to the hairstyle. I was like, damn, it's cute. Don't get me wrong. That's because the only reason why it's cute, because it's a situation that is harmonically or whatever, beautiful, tranquil. At least it appears that way. And hopefully for the best part of it, it is. So it says, "Hear ye, O man, woman, individual, you cosmic deities, listen to the message and the information that I'm sharing right here. For it is a song that is sung within your own self. It is the light and your light throughout all times and space." So now you tell me, when did you begin? You let somebody tell you that it was March the 2nd, 1802. Here it is. We in 2023. It ain't even the same time back then. They kept switching it so much. After that, the new year didn't even change from March till January after you was born in that year, big. You really sure? That's what it was when I came here. That's what my mom told me. According to who calendar? You know how many calendars there is? You care to choose which one at this point? Oh, I didn't know it was so. I thought the same calendar was all over the planet. This is getting deep. At this point, I'm not even clear who the hell I am. Since we discovered this much. Light is prevalent, encompassing all with its banners of flame. I just get so, I can't help myself. Because I was told as a little young being, man, like, let your light shine upon the world. You are light. And I'll tell you, my old earth, she told me, the better you become, she used the words good. I remember this. The brighter your light will shine. But the more evil you become, the bad deeds that you do, she didn't want me stealing out the stores when she took me. That's what that was about. So I thought she was trying to just keep me calm and cool. Because, when you was a little kid, they had these little army men and cowboys and Indians that they put on a horse in these places called Kresge's when I was little. And it was all free out. It was much different than today. So when I'm walking, she pulling me along, I'll take the other hand and put something in my pocket. And by the time we get home, she checked my pockets. So she would tell me, that's going to dim your light. You bad. Bless my earth. Love her to life. She know I do. So that light is that energy, that mind. That part. When if you was a grade check out, they're gonna grab the jumping cables, negative and positive, and hit you with, and tell everybody else stand clear, cause you electric too, nigga. You don't want to feel this. And then they get a WWW. No, not the World Wide Web or the World Wide Wrestling Confederation, but the Lifeline Signal and Sigil. Where you think they get WWW from? World Wide Web. That same thing you see on that note that tells them that your heart is beating. Deep, deep, deep. And you don't see that, did you? Deep. I seen it. As soon as I walked in the hospital. Damn. Didn't I just see WWW? That's when they came out with the computers. Because I know symbology. My mind is trained for symbolism. And we're going to get into that too. I'm going to help y'all to know this stuff. This is my life mission. I know it. How else can I see the way I do and nobody else does? Why was I kicked out of the schools? I'll tell you why. Why was I expelled from Catholic school? I'll tell you why now. Why I had to catch the ass whipping because I was teaching the class. in public, but they ain't have parochial school, whatever they was back then. I can tell you why now. I had to. I took an ass whipping for this. That's a sacrifice. I'm sitting in the back of the class, in the chair, sitting on 2, and the teacher will come back and take the chair and make me fall. And the whole class, y'all laughing at. You weren't laughing when he told you that you came from Africa and you from apes. Y'all ain't laugh at that shit. Mr. Hills, get out of my class. So that's when I like that saying. We gonna see who get the last laugh. Yeah, you. Let's move on. We done with this book, though. We don't want to speak too much in that. This is powerful right here. This is very powerful. Notice I got tape all on it because I want to preserve it. This is one of the books one day I think I'm going to have to hide because they're going to go through everybody's house again and start burning up these books. Yeah. Look, they're not at Barnes & Noble. They close most bookstores. And the computers is hard to find, very hard unless you got the right appropriate information to put in. It's damn near like trying to get into somebody's bank account. You got to know the code. And the code is on Word. Ain't that deep? Yeah. So I got to find where we was in here, don't I? All right. Let me wet my mouth a little bit. Some of that OJ. Mixed with a little flavor of my delight. Never mind what it is. Just know that it's good. It's good for me. This is what I need to function to do what I do. At least until he or she determines otherwise. Jack, you might want cranberry next year. You tired of drinking all that acidity from the orange juice. Jack, I'm just saying, people, know what you're doing, monitor your existence. Have meaning and reasons for everything that we're doing. I don't care if you're picking your nose. Just don't be picking it because you're at the stoplight and the traffic ain't moving. You know what I mean? No. It's something in there that's bothering you. Maybe your hair too long. Get a pair of scissors or something, cut it. Okay? I walk in your house and you got a black floor. You better be able to explain this. Just talking about, oh, I like black and I want it dark in here. Now, I'm going to look at you depending on who the individual is, because that might be cool. See, they might know the reason, but they don't want to wake you up. So this is where you got to be sharp too. All right, oh, okay. You're trying to throw me a little monkey wrench, throw the spinning. That's when you talk about something else, but you get back to the question, to that floor. Oh, what you like about black? See, now they ain't even gonna know. It ain't nothing about the floor, but it's in reference to making up. And this is how you going to be able to distinguish why and what an individual is doing. You see? Because I may have this black wall here because it looked like it has absorbing powers in it. And it's almost like if I could put my hand all the way through it. You see? And it is empowering. If I was to have to stand in the corner, don't you know I would love to stand in that black corner right there? Why? Because black attracts energy, electricity. Oh, yes, it does. Do the experiment with a black bike seat and a white bike seat. or any other color. It don't gotta be white. God darn it. We ain't biased. They could be a pink seat if they got them. But most common seats are black and white. I was a bike messenger in Philadelphia for over 10 years. I little trick I had to do. Because summertime, you wear your shorts and everything, and our bikes would be locked up out front. I got to go up probably to the 18th floor, drop something off and come back down. And just that fast, a black seat will have absorbed and made that thing so hot. Your testicles will be literally frying. So we said, oh, I know what to do. Put a white seat on there. Sure enough, summertime, switch up. Put that white seat on. I don't care how long you leave that bike locked up out there. You come back out and jump right on it and take off. In fact, it'd be cool. So you see, I learned there are opposites and polarities in existence. Just like this keyboard right here, black and white, ebony and ivory. Remember? Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney was breaking down the psychology, symbology, and synchronism of the ebony and ivory. We're going to talk about that. This is what we're getting into here. So I want everybody to be patient. I'm taking us somewhere. I'm leading up to something. Real talk. And you know what it is. I gave you a little hints of secret when I first came on. I ain't going to say it no more. I'm going to let you figure it out for yourself. What we leading up to, right? In fact, you want Hollywood to produce its next movie off of you. They don't get it. They don't get it. But it's okay. It's not meant for everybody to get this. This is only for the erected few. I'll come back. Oh, yes. Such a beautiful date and time. What's today's date? 26. What time is it? 12:34. So what's today's date? 26. What did I teach you to do with numbers when it's doubled like that? Break it down, narrow it down to its lowest common denominator, to its single file or digits, right? How do you do that? Simply by adding 2 and 6. Which is what? Very good. 8. Can you give me a depiction, a projection, a symbol of that? The number 8? Sure. Since you asked, and I want you to pay close attention to the knowledge, right? That is going to be leaking out the faucet. Now, first of all, I want you to take note. I made this figure 8, this configuration, 2 ways. One way, I made the loop and the loop, right? Can you see? You got one cipher, always start from right to your left. Because what you're doing, if you want to be accurate, precise, and correct in all your states of existence, even if you fart, you want to be farting appropriately with the right type of gases to fit the equation and area and situation that you're in. Because you're in the wrong place and you fart, you might start cause some physical harm to some people. I'm just saying, learn your circumference and who and what we are. So, if I'm going to write numbers and I'm going to write them 8, you're going to write it and do everything correctly. Just don't do it at all, because your life is going to be a mishap. You're fucking it up. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to be a fuck up in existence. What was better to see that way or the other way? How about we word it like that? That's better, right? So we start from, if you write a 8 in a circular form, which, mind you, because this is so much to share here, I know we're not going to nearly have enough time, because I could go on forever. So stop here, though. Let's stop with this concept of where we was at. But hold that thought, because we're going to come back. We're going to come back to the thought and the ideas of how brain signals and waves affect our states of existence and how we can remedy manners and perform here in the physical world, thinking properly and appropriately. But this is also important too, because we're working with, I said, a time and date, right? Which is now 12:38. We're now 12:39. Still coming in at 26. So 2 and 6 is 8. If I'm writing it in a circular form, let's put this over here so I can be heard. What I want to do is indicate and show my hyperboloid, my opposing poles and forces, which one will be the North Pole. The next one will be the South Pole. Much like that of the star. Okay? It's the same thing. Your upper self and your lower self. Sometimes you might see people hitting symbols like this. You see? We're talking about a hyperboloid type of situation in governing and mastering thyself. This is why it distinguishes whether a person will make an 8 in such a manner as opposed to. Now, the reason why you're doing it from a right to left, because of in this paradigm, this has happened to be the powerful force inside of us at this point in time. Particularly if you're in America, born in America, which is happened to be the most powerful and known of governancy and richness. Don't let nobody else tell you any different. Or else we be all trying to get up out of America and going to Mexico. So check. When we make it in this degree, we actually should be doing it in reference and symbolism of our masters. That's all it is. So therefore, in closing with the concept, which never can be ended with information about it, your 8, you actually want to be in a state of building and destroying. When you ever see these symbolisms or 8 ever appears, we should always be in the concept of relation to our surrounding. There's something that need to be of negligence, and more than likely I need to be picking up maybe on drinking some more water. This is building. That's all it basically is. It is a build, destroy, build concept. All right. Build, destroy, build type of concept. That's what we're working with here. Being though that we're dealing in the figuration of an 8 today. All right, let's do some reading, shall we? Now I had to find our place in here. I let the book close up on me without putting a marker. And that's not good. We shouldn't be doing things like that. Okay, here we go. What I say? Where we left off with the concept here last? That was how the cycle can go on, right? For decades. And like I said, for some of us, it will be even life cycles before they even get the idea of, yes, I got to make some changes, or I could be supernatural. I could be Superman. I could be the X-Man. I could be Wolverine. I am Wolverine. I could be. Huh? The body becomes the mind of anger. So the anger is no longer in the mind, that's in your brain. The 5% of your thought that is conscious, but instead the emotions of anger become stored as energy in the body mind. So the 95% of your mind that is subconscious, because it's subconscious, you're not aware that you're doing this, but that is exactly what is happening. So all that emotion, which was originally created from thought, right, becomes stored as energy in the body, stuck in the third center, the solar plex. So did I quote that wrong? I think 1, 2, 3. Which would be the throat chakra then in that case. In between that of the throat chakra and the heart chakra Either way, both chakras will be affected. See? This stored energy produces a corresponding biological effect. In this case, it could be adrenal fatigue, digestive problems, kidney issues, or weakened immune system. You see how it works? Not to mention other psychological effects like short temper, impatient, frustration, lack of discernment, intolerance. You see, over the years, people become and keep producing the same thoughts that keep signaling the same feelings, and then the individual continues hardwiring their brain into this very pattern. And in the same way, we keep reconditioning the body to become the mind of nothing but that of disaster, or what you call a human being. Check. Let's make a mental note there. See, us teachers, we write in these books. These books become it's like our tool. It's my tool, like a carpenter, I'm a brick mason also. I could right now take you and show you everything that's necessary for me to build you a brick home. And if you already have a brick home and it needs mortar, then that I could come and point it to. Real talk. So same way, when you're a teacher and you got these books, you don't need manuals and go out here and this, that, there. No, you sit there and you take your time and go through every word in there. If you see, if you're concerned and you're a thorough due diligence studying teacher and you write in it and you put it where it's going to enhance the information. We want to upgrade our children. Each generation needs a gradement of improvement. I don't need you just to be bringing home good grades on a goddamn report card. I need to see it in your character and behaviors as beings and citizens that's incarnating these babies, so-called babies. I don't need you getting good. You talking about your child got a good report card, but we got these badass kids being born. You talking about they don't know what they doing and they crazy out of control and they need to be this, that, thing, and the other. What they got to say about the forefront then, the generation before. Have you forgotten that the fruit don't fall far from the tree? How dare you?